Before I start the video, I just want to say there are big spoilers for Cobra Kai Season 5 in here. So if you don't want to get spoiled, I suggest you stop watching. Let's talk Cobra Kai. Now, for me, Cobra Kai Season 5 is not my favorite season, but I think it's one of the best. Like, it's very much setting up for Season 6, just like Season 3 was setting up for Season 4. And I think that does hurt it, but for the most part, it's pretty fun. I'll probably start with the positives. So, I really like the inclusion of Mike Barnes. Mike Barnes. I did think he was gonna be in it more. He was like only in it for like one scene, like two scenes in the third episode, and then a couple scenes in the last episode. He wasn't in it very much, which I was surprised by. But I still enjoyed his inclusion a lot. I love what the things they did with Kreese. I think like when he was in like the therapy, not therapy, like the counseling room, and it flashed through different people from his past. I think that was pretty cool. I love how they handle that. Reese also like dies. Well, I knew they were gonna kill Kreese off. Comment below if you thought they killed Kreese there, but I didn't. Johnny's also still the best character in every TV show ever. Also, Silver, I really enjoyed Silver this season. I think having him be that like super villain throughout the entire season really worked for me because in the fourth season he was only really that like halfway through the season, but here he's that for the entire season, which I loved. I also really loved Chosen. I really liked Chosen. This he was probably one of my new favorite characters after the season. I love the 90-day fiance joke. That was funny. Yeah. I hope he's in season 6 a lot. And just at the end there too, that like the fight with Mike Barnes, Johnny, and Terry and Chosen was so cool. It was one of my favorite fights. It's just like it's so dark and almost edgy, you know? It's like they're using weapons and someone cuts someone's fingers off. That was insane. I didn't think that was so weird. That was insane. And with like Silver and Chosen like slashing each other out, like that was like I was surprised to see that in Cobra Kai. Like yeah, like Stranger Things probably that'll yeah normal, but that's like as far as it's gotten with like you know not gore but like blood and stuff. I also didn't know that like the I think her name was Jessica Andrews was in this. Like I thought that was just like like their friend or sister or something, but I didn't know that that was her from Karate Kid Part 3. Which because I've never seen Karate Kid Part 3, but like something like Silver, it's like you kind of it's hard to not notice them. But her, I didn't even notice at all. Let's go on to some negatives. I did like Miguel's like thing in Mexico. I thought that was gonna be longer. Like by the time the third episode came out, he was already back in wherever they live. And it was just like it was very weird, you know. Like it was a big thing. I was like, oh, John needs to find Miguel, and then he's back by the third episode. It's like that's dumb. Like what? Like why are you not in there for longer? Like maybe at least I know like the season has to happen, but I don't know. Make the episodes longer, possibly. You can make like the first few episodes them trying to find Miguel, and then the other ones longer and cut out some stuff, cause some stuff can be cut out. Voice crack. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's yeah some things can get cut out for more time in Mexico. You know, I thought that was weird. I also talked about this in my spoiler for review. Go watch that by the way. I think it's my most viewed video so far. Um, but a lot of characters get kind of pushed to the side, like like Hawk, Dimitri, like really all the Miyagi-Dos and Cobra Kai's. But like for Cobra Kai, it was like Kenny, Tori, and that was it. Like no one else was mentioned. Tyler was barely. Um, and then oh Devin too. Yeah, and then for Miyagi-Do, it was like Sam, Miguel. That was it. Like like especially Hawk, like he was barely mentioned, and he was like barely in it. Like he did like one action scene, and that was about it. Like he wasn't in it that much, and it was weird because he was one of the biggest like characters in the last season. Like he had this like whole thing with him getting the Mohawk, turning from Hawk and then becoming Eli again. It was that kind of thing. And this season is definitely more focused on the adults, like Daniel. I also really like Daniel this season, but like Daniel, Johnny, Chosen, and then they also now bring up Johnny and Carmen having a baby, which I really it's weird because I don't think they should have exactly really focused on that. Like I know it's a big part of Johnny's character, but it's like they spend a lot of time on it. And I think it's something where it's like not really that important, cause like unless season 6, which is most likely going to be the last season, jumps forward a year, it's like the baby's not going to really be a problem unless like Kreese or Silver like tries to get revenge. I don't think Kreese exactly would. Like Silver tries to get revenge and just kill the baby. I don't think Cobra Kai will go that far and try to have a character kill a child, but yeah. Now, I think the season's probably also the most action packed. Like there are a lot of action scenes there. Like there's one in like the first one or two episodes at the like Mexican ring or something. There's obviously the fights in like I think episode 8. There's the fights obviously in episode 10. There's the fight between Miguel and Robbie. There's a couple others. Oh yeah, that's episode 10. I feel like this season was just very action packed. Like there's a bunch of fights going on, and yeah, I can't really think of any other examples, but I feel like there's just like a bunch of action in this one than like some of the other seasons. Um, yeah, the finale is definitely the best episode. Like it was just action everywhere, and I loved it. And Daniel doing the crane kick, that was so cool. Like it was just like it was so cool. It was, and then like Silver like friggin' dead on the ground, and then the students just throwing shirts on him. That was so funny. Yeah. I will do a separate video on I think the future and what the final season, probably the final season has been confirmed for a final season. That will be the final season, but I think it will. I'll probably do a separate video on the future of Cobra Kai for that final season, maybe. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, hit that like button, and comment about what you think about this season and who's your favorite character this season. See ya.